Welcome to the Ultraflex Football podcast, where we have fun with our friends while we talk about football and anything else we want to talk about. With me, as always, is Rob Green.
What's up? Started strong there, man.
Travis Sensor. And Ryan
Olay.
Wheeler.
Dude, you better quiet down. You're going to wake up your kids.
Yeah, they're going to wake up either way.
Oh. All right, so 2 weeks ago, we did, for our songs, we had the, oh, howdy, everybody. We did the Michael Bublé's To Be Loved album. This week, we're going a little different. We got Sturgill Simpson's Meta-Modern Sounds and Country Music. So it's a very short album. There's only like 10 songs on it. So there's only a couple of us with 2 songs, a couple of us with 3. Tony and I got the 3, so we can put in that extra work.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Coming up on this episode, we have the draft is less than a month away, so we are going to do our version of the first round. We'll do 1 through 16 in the football talk section, and then we'll take a break and do some rhyming, and then we'll do the end of the draft. Before that, though, we are going to go to the butt fumble.
You're already smiling.
Every time I'm laughing before I even do them. Because these ones are pretty corny. They are not great.
Bring it on.
All right. Whitney Houston. Everyone knows. Super talented singer. Not everyone knew that she was very coordinated. What was her favorite type of coordination? Any guesses? Hand eye.
Oh, God.
Hand eye.
Try like 12 octaves higher.
Yeah, I'm just going to move on from that.
Oh, God.
What is a kidnapper's favorite shoe?
White Vans.
Yes.
Oh, I got one.
Good. Very good. See, that one's funny. And then what does a robot do after sex? He nuts and bolts.
Oh,
Listen
man.
to him giggle like a little kid, dude.
That is so funny.
Oh, man.
That's all I got. I just got those 3. We're going to, I don't know if anyone here, actually I do know, a few of you are March Madness fans. We had the Yukon Huskies win the tournament. So because of that, and because Sam asked us to do it, we are going to be drafting dog breeds. Draft order is Mr. Travis Sensor, Rob, myself, and then Ryan. Travis, you have 2 of the same kind of dogs. Is that going to be your first pick?
Absolutely not. So my first overall pick is going to be the Golden
Retriever. Shocking.
I threw you out for a second.
Never thought you
were
weren't going to pick them.
Best dog breed, hands down.
Rob.
It's all right.
Rob
I
at
saw it was
102.
ranked like 3rd for most popular dog breeds this past year. So it's definitely up there. Oh, do I go with the heart or the head here, guys?
Always
Really?
go with the head.
No, don't think with your head. You go with your heart.
All right. Anthony said head first. So I'll take the German Shepherd because they are the police dogs.
Yep.
And they are very popular. I think they're like
Very
top 5
useful
popular
dog.
as well. So
I kind of want to just take your heart now.
you can. I mean, I left it out there for you if you want to steal it on me. But
Oh, my gosh.
I have a very short list, so hopefully this doesn't get too in depth. And obviously, German Shepherds were on there, so
that was also why I took it. Make you try to dig a little deeper on your list.
You gotta dig a little deeper.
I'm gonna do the opposite of you. I'm gonna go with my heart, unfortunately, even though I told you to go with your head. And I'm going to go pit bull, which is really just a mutt because all of our pit bulls are mutts. But when I'm making this selection, I'm really thinking of Roxy because she's the OG. Talked to her about her before. She is the best dog that we've ever had. She's the OG. So Pitbull.
I'm gonna just let go. I'm not gonna lie. It ain't all flowers for me when it comes to dogs. I don't really. I mean, I'm okay with dogs. I'm okay with cats. I don't really want any animals in my house besides human beings. I'm not a dog hater. I don't care about them in my house.
That's a hater.
No, in my house. I don't hate dogs. I like to go to other places.
You like other people's dogs?
Yes.
I don't hate them.
Yeah, exactly.
I just don't
like them in my house. And I have a dog, so I feel obligated, even though he's the worst dog ever.
You don't have to pick him.
No, I have to. It's like I have to. There's no... And I'm also doing like a ironic...
I don't think anyone else
I'm
will
going
pick
to
it. You could just take it like last.
Dude, why? Because no one else is going to take it?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm going to do a draft of dogs that I know nobody else is going to take because I only have 4 written down. So I'm going to go Yorkshire Terrier, number 1. And my number 2 is going to be a Maltese because my dog is a Maltese Yorkshire Terrier called a Morkie. And he's the worst dog ever. So if you ever see little Morkie baby dogs out there, puppy dogs, whatever you call them, don't get it. Because...
I thought he was that puppy
that too.
mill breed.
Yeah. He was cheap, at least.
Jeez. I'm going to move on before you say something. For me, my second one is kind of similar. I'm staring at him right in the face. He's also part pit bull, but I love... Give me the bigger dogs for sure. Give me the big droopy lips. Hank is our other dog. He's part pit, part mastiff. So I'm going to go mastiff for my second one.
That was
He's
on my
the
list
man.
because of Hank.
He's the OG number 2. So, Rob, your heart is still there if you want it.
I'll take the Irish setter. My dog Copper. Beautiful red dog. Hunting dog breed.
Travis, you get 2 in a row. And Copper Boy is a good dog.
2 in a row. All right, I'm going to go with the Rottweiler.
There we
had one
go.
growing up next to us. When I was growing up, supposedly they're aggressive dogs, but I don't think so. I think they just look like they could be aggressive.
Well, I think
they
it's
have
because they're
but most of them are
typically used
sweeties.
as guard dogs, so people
Yeah.
just attribute them to being
They also
aggressive.
have the strongest bite force out of any dog.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, any dog can be aggressive if you train it to be aggressive.
Yeah.
Like mine.
Hank could be a killer if he wasn't afraid of his own shadow.
dude, you want to talk about a
Baby.
killer dog? I got one. Only problem is he doesn't have any teeth because he's one of those shitty little breeds
He's got one snaggletooth left.
Yeah.
that lose all their teeth.
Got 1 or 2 left
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you'd fit in down in Kentucky.
Down by the Pan Bowl.
We don't have any listeners from Kentucky, right?
Oh,
I don't think so.
probably not.
We
Yeah,
love
we will
Kentucky
hear from them if we
anyways.
do.
My next one is going to be the Bulldog. They look cool. I know they probably have a lot of medical issues, but
You talking
their
about like
face is
Ugga,
all
the
stuffed up
Georgia
like
Bulldog?
yeah.
I think they're also top 10 most popular. So you're going for the popular breeds for sure.
Yeah, I'm going with the English Bulldog more than the French.
All right, Rob, your head and your
the-
heart
the
are
big
out
boy.
of it. Now, what's your 3rd round pick?
Yeah, I'm taking, I guess, also the heart, but, you know, the family dog, the Doberman Pinscher for us. He's the guard dog. He protects my daughter. Steel is a good dog. Take the Doberman.
All right, with my 3rd pick, I'm going to go with Chocolate Lab. I don't know why. I never had one. Just every time I see one, they make me smile, and they're usually they're known to be pretty good dogs. So I'm gonna go Chocolate Lab.
Yeah, I think you can just go lab in general because I think the breed is technically Labrador Retriever. So you don't even have to specify chocolate lab if you don't want to.
You can get all the
You can get all
labs,
of them.
man.
All right, I'll get
Because
them all.
I had it on my list as just Labrador Retriever.
All right, I'll take the Labrador Retriever then.
I had a couple of those growing up, and one of them bit a girl in the face, and the other one bit a guy running, so I had to put them both down. Well, I didn't have to put them down. Luckily, I was a little kid. So
I used to run with
I feel like I've never met a mean lab.
No.
Oh, well, my parents must have just messed them up, dude. You have to talk to my parents and see, like, they must be crazy people.
After that,
must have rubbed off on the dogs.
He still runs. He carries a bat with him.
Does he really?
Because of your dog, yeah.
Probably.
Who'd Sammy bite?
Not Sammy.
No, it was the
Sammy
dog
was a
before that.
Weimaraner, man.
Oh.
No, it was another one. But yeah, so I'm going to go with the Pomeranian as my number 3 little shit dog. And number 4, I got to top off this draft with the biggest shit dog that there is, the Chihuahua.
Well, I figured that's where you were going. I was going to say, if you don't, you missed out.
Oh, I didn't realize we were drafting shittiest dogs.
Yeah. That was my goal.
If you were going to get a grade after like the actual draft, you'd probably get an F.
That's what I was going for.
You got all the little ankle biter mean dogs.
That's right.
I will go with, for my last one, most of my dogs are some sort of a mutt, but that's can't really something you can draft. So I'm going to go with the biggest dog. So it's just what I enjoy the most. I think they're the biggest, the Great Dane.
That's what I was going to pick.
They're just fun to look at.
Scooby-Doo, right?
Oh, yeah. So I'm going with Great Dane.
Yeah,
I would want
was
one,
looking
but
at
I
them
wouldn't.
earlier.
I wouldn't
They
want
get
to
up to 200 pounds.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to have to
insane.
pay for like the medical bills that
No.
probably come. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't really matter
Yeah,
what breed you
Hank,
have.
Their
You probably have
lifespans are only like
issues, but
6 years or something, too. Because they're
Yeah.
so big.
their
Hank
hips
has
and
two.
knees.
So Hank has 2 torn ACLs and hip dysplasia. So I'll let you know how much it is. Rob's last pick coming in here. He's got German Shepherd, Irish Setter, Doberman Pinscher. Rounding out his team of dogs is
All right. Well, since my wife's a dog groomer, I'm going to give her, I guess, a fun one to groom, I suppose. I don't know. It seems like it would be because anytime you see a well-groomed poodle, they're very attractive to look at. So give me the poodle. You could do a lot of fun things with them, I'm sure. Different types of haircuts. I've seen them colored, styled different. So
they're always on the dog shows. If you ever
Yeah.
watch like Thanksgiving, I think they're usually on.
give me the big ones though. I think they're the standard poodle. Actually, pretty big, but they have like miniature ones and toy ones. I want those ones. Yeah.
Travis has Golden Retriever, Rottweiler, the English Bulldog, rounding off, ending the draft. Mr. Irrelevant Dog
Mr.
is
Irrelevant or Mrs. Irrelevant is another probably fun one for your wife, Rob, to groom. The Sholoritz Queently.
Can you repeat that?
I'll
Use it in
spell
a
it for
sentence,
you.
please.
It's XOLOITZCUINTLI.
is this the rhyming word?
Yeah, that's.
So it's a hairless dog.
Oh, nice.
So it'd probably be a pretty quick groom.
Be an easy groom, yeah. Just trim up the nails, good to go.
Put a little lotion on the skin.
I don't even want to read the dogs now because I don't know how to say whatever you just said. So we're just going to move on to the next segment. That's our dog draft. Who doesn't love a good dog? Ryan.
Me.
Besides Ryan.
But now it's time for Ryan's segment, so we're going to head over to the analytics department.
All right, guys. Do you know the Macarena?
Yes.
All right. Do you know? First of all, do you know like how to do it?
Well,
I
can picture it. Yeah.
That's perfect because my next question was going to be
Macarena.
the next question was going to be, did you know the words for like when he's doing the no.
That's not what he says.
No, so I always thought it was 1, Mecha 2, Mecha 3, Macarena, 4, Mecha 5, Mecha 6, like I thought he was just going through the numbers, but that's not it at all. First of all, the song's in Spanish, but the whole point of this is, do you know what the Macarena is about? Well, I'm guessing no.
No.
Did you know that the Macarena is a song about a girl named Macarena who cheats on her boyfriend with 2 friends while he's being drafted into the army? That's what the whole song's about.
Seems very happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Upbeat.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because it's the girl dancing.
Yeah. Hey, Macarena. Macarena, the like translated, Macarena has a boyfriend who is named with the last name Vittorino. And while he was being sworn as a conscript, she's giving it to 2 friends. That's what the song says.
Okay.
She just didn't want her name
But
to
in
be
Spanish,
Macarena
right?
You
Victorino.
sure this is the same song?
Dude, it's the same song. I'm telling you. It's all in Spanish, so I can't sing it. But
Someone looked that up on Snopes.
I saw it online, so it can't be wrong. All right, guys, and we have music for today. We have songs. Tony, you're starting us off.
Okay.
This one is a song that you're extremely familiar with, and if you get it wrong, by the way, Rob, I'm really sorry. Out of the difficulty level, yours is like top notch.
Okay.
Ensers and Tony's, I'll be really upset if you don't get this. Tony.
Do you have
Hot
a
dog.
genre today or what?
Yes. So Tony and Enser have Disney songs, and Rob, because I was going to do all kids songs. Okay, that was what I was going to do. But I got through Tony's and Enser's, and I was like, I don't want to do a third kid song, so I got just a random one for you. But Tony,
Okay.
Hot Dog from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse lyrics. You've watched this probably a million times.
I just zoned it out.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to know these words.
Hot hot diggity dog. Now we've got ears, it's time for cheers. Hot dog, the problem solved.
Hot dog, hot diggity dog.
There we go. See, I knew you'd get it. I had to give you the easiest thing.
Can you do the
gotten
dance
any
with
of
it
that?
too? I want to see the goofy
I would
dance.
have got
What comes next?
come inside, it's fun inside. And then they do the roll call. It's like, go, Daisy, Goofy. All right.
I actually haven't seen it in a while. Aurora's kind of over it, I think.
Mickey Mouse.
What?
Hey, kids,
Yeah,
how you doing?
she doesn't really
This is
watch Mickey Mouse anymore.
Oh, dude, can you sing with that voice for Enser this next song? No? Okay.
I don't
here we
know
go.
the song.
The next
Mickey Mouse
song
song?
it's the Frozen song, Let It Go.
Let it go.
Now, the reason I did this was because Tony, I know that Grayson loves Mickey Mouse, so that's why I did yours. Enser, I know that your daughter loves Let It Go.
She probably
I've
knows the
seen-
words better than me.
Okay, I was going to say, I've seen her singing it, like a bunch of Snapchat videos. So, it's funny how some distance makes everything seem small. The fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. Sorry. It's time to see what I can do.
To test the limits and push through.
Breakthrough.
So close.
So close.
Oakley would have got that.
Okay, would have
She
nailed
would've.
it.
Rob, are you ready?
Bring it.
1 Week by the Bare Naked Ladies.
Oh. Okay. There's a lot of
Chickadee
words in
China.
that song.
You ready? You ready? Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain stopped sticking.
Watching X-Files with no lights on. I don't know what comes after that.
We're
though.
Don's La Maison. Let's go. He got
I
it.
hope the smoking man is in this one or something like that, he says.
Yeah, he says that at some point. Oh, yeah, actually, that is the next. I hope the Smoking Man's in this one. Like Harrison Ford, I'm getting frantic. Like Sting, I'm tantric. Like Snickers, guaranteed to satisfy.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of words in that one.
Yeah, that one's a... All right, good job. Good job, boys.
We didn't completely embarrass ourselves this time. But now we're about to talk about football, and we probably will. We're going to do the first half of the draft right now. So we're going to head over to football talk. I just had to pause. So like we're kind of nailing the segments right now, like the transitions.
Yeah, I know. I'm hyper aware today.
It's on the
all right.
game.
Same draft order as the other draft. So it's going to be Travis, Rob, me, Ryan. No trades in this draft, so which obviously probably won't happen. I don't know if there's ever been an entire first round where there's
Yeah,
been,
that makes this draft kind of unrealistic, guys.
I know, but Who cares?
Not going to be any trades.
Let us know who you think that team is taking, a brief description as to why, and then we'll move on to the next one. So with pick number 1, Travis Enser, you were on the clock with the Carolina Panthers.
All right. The Panthers, although this goes against what I said the other week because I think that they'll make the wrong decision. But if they make the right decision, they will take C.J. Stroud because he is the prototype QB of this era, the style quarterback that you want. A guy who can move, he's big, got a good arm.
Boom.
I would take him number 1.
He's the safest.
Yeah, he's the betting
thing.
favorite right now. Yeah.
Rob, number 2, you have the Houston Texans.
Yeah, so I think they're going quarterback. I did see some, I don't know if they're rumors or just people talking recently saying, well, maybe they won't take a quarterback at 2 and they'll try to trade up from 12. But that just seems pretty crazy when there's good quarterback prospects on the board.
Yeah.
So I think they would prefer C.J. Stroud as more of the prototypical size. But if Bryce Young was 3 inches taller, I think he'd be the number 1 pick. They got everything else you want in a quarterback. Accuracy, he's got a good enough arm. So we'll go Bryce Young to the Texans.
Yeah, what is his hand size, though?
Mine.
Because doesn't that matters a lot, right?
I didn't hear any kind of talk about any of the top quarterbacks having small hands this year. So
that's been
I'm
the
guessing
topic
they're all
for
at least
the last
9
4
inches,
years.
right? What was Pickett's? Because Pickett's were really small.
It was like 9.5 or something.
Yeah,
I was trying to remember if it was under 9 or if it was under 9.5. There's like a cutoff. It might be 9.5 was the cutoff, and he was 9 or something like that.
Wasn't Burrow's hand small too?
Burrows were under the cutoff.
So I think that's
supposedly.
completely been.
Working out for him.
Yeah.
He sent a funny message to him or something to Pickett when they were going on and on about it.
Didn't Pickett not get his hand measured at the combine and waited until his pro day because he was trying to stretch his fingers out?
Yeah, that's what
doing
they said.
Finger exercises and stuff. Not that it mattered in the end. He still went in the first round, even though he had small hands. So
just have someone tug on him.
The only QB in that draft to go in the first round. So
before we move on, I do want to say though there could be some merit to the Texans because their roster isn't great. I feel like Ryan has said a lot.
I think so too. They like Mills.
They could just decide, well, we'll take Will Anderson, the stud pass rusher, wait 1 more year, and just build the roster up around the quarterback position, fill it up next year. So if it happens, I wouldn't be too shocked. I don't know that I would do that if I was making the decisions, though.
I would.
Pick number 3 is the Arizona Cardinals. The name of the game in the NFL is get a quarterback or get to the quarterback. So the promise that I will give you heading into this draft is if Will Anderson Jr. is there and the Cardinals are not trading back, that they will take Will Anderson Jr.
All right. Am I good to make my pick?
Yep.
All right. The Colts at number 4. Man. I think what we're going to do is yikes. I'm going to go a little bit off script. I feel like you see the same shit every mock draft, and it's the Colts take Will Levis, the Colts take Anthony Richardson, and it never goes the way that you think it's going to go. And I just think that the Colts need offensive line. So I think they're probably going to go get. In this scenario, I'm going to say they go get Lamar Jackson after this draft, probably. But I'm going to say Paris Johnson Jr. as pick number 104. Well, I guess this isn't a fantasy draft, so pick 4. Which would 100% be further than you normally see him go. But I think he's the best tackle in the class. So
Well, you just threw off our entire mock draft. So
Hold on, I got to
get-
find him. I got to go down past like rank 300.
I said it's not something you typically see.
He's 15 on the big board I got in front of me.
Yeah,
6'6",
he was
313. He's got good size.
So
can't-
far we have.
You just don't want the Titans to take him.
So far, we have the Panthers taking Stroud, Texans taking Bryce Young, Cardinals taking Will Anderson Jr., and the Colts taking Paris Johnson Jr. That gives us pick number 5, going back to Travis, with Seattle on the clock.
Seattle Seahawks. They are going to take Peter Skronsky.
man.
Big boy lineman.
He's probably going to
They're
be
still trying to run, especially now that they have Kenneth Walker, who's a stud.
he's probably going to move in from tackle to guard anyways.
Yeah,
But he'll be
6'4", 313. He's a little short.
he is,
So,
but
Smaller
he,
arm size, too, as well.
everything
I
you
think.
hear is like this dude's going to be a Pro Bowl guard for the next 10 years for your NFL franchise. So
Yeah. So they hope it works out like
right,
Quentin Nelson for the
Yeah.
Colts, right? Yeah. I
exactly.
think he went pick 6.
Speaking of pick 6, Rob with the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, kind of like a bonus pick for him, right? They had a pretty
Yeah.
good year. Our Lions, would they end up 9-8? Just missed the playoffs, 8-9, something like that. So they got pick 6 from I don't remember who right now, but
The Rams.
the Rams. That's right, the Stafford trade. So, like Anthony said, I mean, you got to have a quarterback. You got to get after the quarterback. I think they probably should consider taking a quarterback like Richardson here. He probably won't. So, I'm going to go with edge rusher Tyree Wilson out of Texas Tech. I've seen some buzz on him. Can't remember. I think it was Lance Zierlein's mock draft on NFL.com had him going second to the Texans. So
I saw that too.
his name is a hot one right now.
We
Maybe pair him
have-
up with Aiden Hutchinson. Have 2 studs off the edge there.
Yeah, I was hoping he would fall to the Falcons for me at 8.
We've got some QBs dropping, I guess, compared to what other people are showing. So we'll see where they go. I do not think the Raiders take one at 7 after signing Jimmy G to, I think it was a 3-year deal. Not that he's amazing, just doesn't make sense to take one at the moment. Name of the game is get a quarterback, get to the quarterback, or be very, very good at covering receivers. They do need some DBs. I've seen going back and forth on Witherspoon or Gonzalez. I like Gonzalez's size, so I will take number 7, Christian Gonzalez, to the Raiders.
Yeah, he's got the size advantage there. He's younger too. So
Jalen Carter with the fall, huh?
Yeah, that's what happens when you whatever he
He's
did.
still top 10. As of
Maybe.
now.
I saw, because Rosenhaus is his agent or whatever, he said today that they're declining any interviews outside of the
That
top
to
10
me
because teams
is
are
a-
saying that
Huge.
he's been told that he's going top 10, but I don't know. Can a team just change their mind?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
Why are you just taking their word for
Especially if you get more information from now till then.
it? Yeah. I don't know if that's coming from the agent that's doing that or if this is Carter saying, yeah, I don't want to interview with anyone outside the top 10, but
Right.
it kind of seems like a red flag to me.
Are you taking him, Ryan?
No. So with the Falcons at pick 8, trying to decide between 2 guys. I think, they do need help on defense quite badly. But if you could have Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and Jackson Smith and Jigba, I feel like you're cooking with something, and whoever's their quarterback would be very happy to see JSN come in and do his work with those other guys. So I'm going to go Jackson Smith and Jigba to the Falcons.
I mean, I like it, but do you think that Arthur Smith is going to do that? Like, that dude wants to run the ball. I feel like it might be more of a chance they take Bijan Robinson.
So
Personally.
I was thinking between Bijan and Jackson Smith and Jigba. And I was like, but how exciting is
I
it?
would. That's what I'm saying. I would like that.
Yeah.
But I just don't think that his coaching style is. I don't think that's what he wants to do. And they did just bring in Jonnu Smith, right, through that trade. And isn't he one of the good blocking tight ends now in the league? I think he's
Jonnu Smith?
I think he's. Yeah, I could be
not
wrong.
a receiving
but
one. So.
Yeah. I feel like he's worked on that part of his
Jonnu?
game recently. Yeah.
Yeah, Jonnu was a great
Jonnu's a
receiving
receiver.
tight end for the Titans.
Yeah, not for the last 2 years, 3 years.
That's because he was in the
He
friggin'
was playing for the
yeah,
Patriots.
Yeah, the Patriots system is trash.
They've
Well,
been a
Pitts isn't a
bottom-of-the-barrel
blocking tight end, so
franchise
I'm
for
assuming that
that's
Jonnu
a long
Smith
time.
can block. Or
I
they're
mean-
about to draft another one. Maybe tight end's the way to go at
I was going to say, what if they moved Pitts to
Pitts
outside
to wide receiver. Yeah, they could. He's got the size and speed.
That would
for
be
it.
awesome. I'd love to see that. All right, answer.
All right, number 9, the Chicago Bears. Travis?
The Chicago Bears. They'll take Jalen Carter if he's still there.
If he's there, yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
a no-brainer.
That's a smash.
Yeah.
Run to the
They
podium.
might have taken that guy anyway at number 1, right?
Yeah.
So,
Eagles, number 10. What do you got? Rob.
yeah, I mean, the Eagles are just living the dream here. Went to the Super Bowl, and now they got pick 10
Crazy.
and pick 30. Like, man, make that team even better. I am tempted to give them Bijan Robinson, but I don't think their GM wants to build a team that way. So we're going to go to the cornerback position. We're going to take Devin Witherspoon out of Illinois.
All right. They did lose some
They-
secondary pieces, so
I know they brought back, was it Slay? But both their corners are over 30, I saw. So they could use some youth there.
pick number 11 is the Titans. So I'll make like the, I guess, official pick, but obviously your guys' input here as Titans fans will be thought of or asked about after I make the original pick. In this scenario, coming into it as we were preparing, I did not have them taking a quarterback. I had them taking either JSN or Paris Johnson Jr. That being said, if two of these quarterbacks are still on there, I think they take one of them. And I think that quarterback, while it should be AR, I think they take Will Levis.
Oh, sorry. God.
Hey, Ryan, you deserve this for setting this up this way, not giving the Colts a
Oh,
quarterback.
my God. What a
You
bust
deserve
pick.
getting Levis now.
All right. Well, that sucks. I would just shit myself if that actually happened in real life, dude. And it would probably just...
It wouldn't be that bad, though, if they just stayed at 11 and drafted him.
It
If they
would be
traded up
bad.
to get him.
If AR's on the board, it's bad.
Yeah.
To me,
But we never know.
The only
You
reason
never
I
know
picked-
with these guys.
The only reason I picked Levis over Anthony Richardson is because, to me, he's not the athletic freak, but you have Malik Willis on your team.
Yeah, you got, like, AR, you got Anthony Richardson, and then you have AR minus, and that's Malik Willis. So you could run, like, the same offense. Like, you could literally implement one offense and run it so smoothly if AR got hurt.
I think that Vrabel would still want some sort of pound the rock with a running back offense, and Will Levis is more that. While I agree having Anthony Richardson and Derrick Henry or Anthony Richardson and any running back there is more dangerous, that's just how I think the Titans would go.
Yucky.
But you guys would know better than me. So, Travis, what do you think?
If it was set up this way, I think that they would take Darnell Wright. I think they like him a lot, and I also think that the Titans are very practical. They just go with what their needs are over, who the stud is left. I wouldn't mind seeing them get Anthony Richardson or even Levis. I would rather see AR, mostly because I'm an LSU fan and I watched him run through LSU's defense like a little modified girls team. But I think they'll be practical. They'll take a tackle, or if they really like one of the receivers, they'll go there. But it's going to be who they like, and it's going to be a need.
AR is such an absolute unicorn. Like, why not go with him with the potential that he has over a guy like Will Levis?
Will
in my
Levis
opinion.
has the second best arm and he's more accurate. I agree. Like Anthony Richardson is Josh Allen essentially. Will Levis is trying to think of someone that has just a cannon. Probably like
I was gonna say I feel like Josh Allen is Will Levis, but AR is like Josh Allen with insane speed and even more physical.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying he's Josh Allen, of course, because Josh Allen is a top 3 quarterback in the NFL, but he has that sort of ceiling where Will Levis is compared to Josh Allen a lot, but AR can be better.
Yeah, he just hunches down and turtles all the way down.
I think Anthony Richardson is similar to Josh Allen and Will Levis. If you look at his release, it's the exact same as Aaron Rodgers. The exact same. I'm not saying he's not going to be Aaron Rodgers. But
here's a scenario.
He's built like a linebacker. Did you see those pictures going around social media?
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah, I've heard some stuff about the 49ers looking into. I didn't even read it to see if it was true, but Aaron Rodgers stuff.
Yeah, I saw that
doesn't work
rumor
out with the
too.
Jets. But I could see Carthon and them keeping Tannehill and holding out to see Purdy or Lance, and whoever gets dropped or who's the odd man out, I could see them trying to jump on him.
It'll be interesting. I'm excited that we only have to wait like 22 more days.
Lance can't be expensive at this point, so why not be a bad idea?
Texans have a lot of holes. Good thing they have a couple picks. So Texans are on the clock again. Rob, who are they taking?
Ryan?
Yeah, it's not me.
Well, man, they need a lot of help.
And they already took Bryce Young.
Yes, they did. I think you pair Bryce Young with another young wide receiver, and I think this is a little early for Quentin Johnson, but I think it would be exciting as a Texan, if you were a Texans fan, to see your team go out and get Bryce Young and then come back and pick up Quentin Johnson and just hope that your team takes a step on offense. Defense is whatever, they'll figure it out. They're weak. They need a lot of help, but get that offense going and then fix that defense. You got a couple of years until they're good anyway. So Quentin Johnson.
All right, our last 4 picks for this segment, and then we'll come back and finish the draft. So, Travis, you're up again at 13 with the Jets.
The Jets. All right, to catch up and click a couple guys in the draft here. So the Jets, assuming they get Aaron Rodgers, they're probably going to want to try to protect him. I would say they go with either Anton Harrison or Darnell Wright, whoever's left there. I wouldn't be surprised if either Paris Johnson or Skronsky fell to them, though, and then they would probably take them.
So who are you taking in this draft?
So, you want to click them, don't you? I'm going to say that they take Darnell Wright.
Darnell Wright it is.
Tackles are flying off the board.
To the Jets.
We're seeing Broderick Jones with a little bit of a fall, it feels like, with Darnell Wright getting picked over him. It's interesting.
They're 21-22 on my big board here. I've seen where I got this board from, but
Yeah, I've seen Darnell Wright has he has got better film, which is what most of the coaches really care about.
Yeah, I think it's Broderick Jones' ceiling that is the reason why he's going to get drafted so high. But
Rob, you get the arch enemies, the New England Patriots.
So we kind of know the voices in Belichick's head. He thinks he's smarter than everyone, right?
yeah,
So conventional wisdom says, stay away from the running backs early. But he's going to say, nah, I'm taking Bijan Robinson. He's going to be his best player in this draft, and he's going to pick him at 14 when he's available. So he's going to pair him up with Stevenson as a two-headed monster out of the backfield, since he doesn't seem to trust Mac Jones too much at the quarterback position.
That would be
So-
something.
Bijan to the Patriots.
I could
then
see that
Bijan is-
if Bijan went to like a super small no-name school. That's where Belichick likes his guys. He's
Yeah.
like,
So I should be looking
found
a
this
little
guy out
further
in
down at running back.
the middle
here.
of Delaware somewhere.
That would just suck for fantasy football. Be like, all right,
Would it though?
Stevenson and Bijan
know.
now.
It would suck for Stevenson owners
That's what I mean. Like if you had
because
Stevenson,
Bijan's just going to become the guy.
right? Bijan's 100% going to be the guy, and then Stevenson's just his value is just going to absolutely tank.
I would not mind at all if the Titans drafted him. To be honest,
Bijan, yeah,
because they're so run centric, anyways.
right.
To have
He almost
smash and
feels-
smash would be pretty sick.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Pick number 15 is the Green Bay Packers. Obviously, this would be a lot easier if we knew who the quarterback is going to be. Doesn't sound like it'll be Aaron Rodgers. Jordan Love taking over. Anthony Richardson still on the board in this scenario, which is tempting. They spent a lot of picks on defense. So I think the best thing for a young, or he's not that young anymore, but an inexperienced quarterback is a good tight end. There are two really, really good ones this year.
There's like 9.
Yeah, there might even be more than that. It's a very deep class.
Dalton has been getting a lot of. I think the Packers will go Michael Mayer here. Get a tight end.
All right,
He's no Okonkwo.
Yeah,
Jig.
I almost wonder if they'd go Kincaid because I feel like they kind of usually draft the freaks, the athletic freaks, and he's kind of that. I don't know. I could be thinking of the wrong team, but I feel like the Packers are always taking guys that are like the high RAS scores.
Right.
Maybe I think Mayer's ready to just kind of be both. Like they're
He
still
could
going to
be
run
a
the
good
rock.
friend for Jordan Love, right? Yeah.
They're going to run the rock a lot with their two running backs, and he's ready to block in the NFL right now.
If
Yeah,
they want a freak,
that
don't
too.
they go get Luke Musgrave
Or Darnell Washington.
or Darnell Washington? Yeah. There's so many good tight ends in this draft. It's insane. Number 16, the Washington Commanders had Anthony Richardson just fall into their lap. I'm going to go Anthony Richardson to the Commanders. Sorry for those who
I was
believe
looking
in
at him
Sam Howell.
at 18 for the Lions if he kept falling.
Yeah.
I don't think he falls this far, but without trades, if the Colts really are going to pass on one, then
Right.
there could be a free fall.
I definitely think Will Levis has a better chance to fall that far than Anthony Richardson, but
That's the first half of the draft. Just to break it up a little bit, we are going to hop over to the hurry up and do Travis's segment, and then we'll finish up the draft.
Make sure I'm not muted here. All right. So for the hurry up offense this week, the word is, as it's getting to springtime, we are starting to think about ice cream. So the word is scoop.
all right, baby. How'd you guys do?
Not great.
Not good.
I think that's the easiest word I gave you guys.
I got 6.
Yeah.
I got 4.
I got 4, but I don't know if one of them's a word.
Go ahead, Ryan. You got the most.
All right. Well, number 1, poop.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
I
Number
didn't have
2,
that one down.
whoop. Like whoop, whoop.
No.
No? All right. Number 3, I got boop. Like you boop someone's nose.
The boop. I
Did
didn't.
not. No.
No. All right. Number 4, I got coupe, as in like a car.
I did get that one.
You did.
Mini Coupe.
All right, baby. And I got hoop.
I got that one.
How did I miss hoop? Jeez.
and Troop.
Nope.
All right, I got 3.
Snoop.
The only other one I have is Loop.
Yeah, I had that one. So now what I have left is Dupe.
Like DUPE?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I win.
Ryan wins. All right. The hurry up is very fast. That's that's less than the 2-minute offense, and we're back to the draft, just like that.
It was just a commercial break. That's all.
Back to Travis. We have at pick 17 the Pittsburgh Steelers. Big name quarterbacks off the board. Now we're getting into the weeds here, so let's get into it. Go ahead.
All right. They are going to take a defensive guy. They're going to take Joey Porter Jr.
I would literally,
Ooh.
if I had to pick a person for your pick, I would have picked that.
That's hilarious because I am on like
Is that for
pick
the Steelers?
13 on my little thing here, so I'm way behind, and I totally just guessed.
Yeah, that was the Steelers.
They bring Porter back to Pittsburgh.
Nice.
That's where his dad played forever. Rob, you are up. Detroit is on the clock. You're picking for Detroit again. Your first pick for Detroit was defensive end Tyree Wilson.
Yeah, I don't think they were too happy with that Joey Porter pick. They wanted a cornerback here. I wish I had a better idea how their tackle situation looked on the right side, but I don't know if their tackle. Anyone know who their right tackle is? I don't know who their right tackle is.
It's not coming to me.
All right, well, we'll just go a little further down the board at cornerback. We'll go with Cam Smith out of South Carolina. 6'1", 180, good size. I think they want to invest in that defense this offseason, get younger. So
I've heard
Keep
quite a
doing
few
that.
people very high on Cam Smith, so that would be a good pick, even though he's a little lower on the draft board here. But
yeah, he's actually
I don't
19th on this draft board, but I think that's the highest I've seen him. But I
Yeah.
have heard his name out there in Twitter and a few mock drafts. So
he was 30
we'll see him
something
have
on
a
this
rise.
one.
Yeah.
All right, Tampa Bay Bucks at number 19. This is potentially someone that could be trading up to that, 14, 15 range if one of the QBs fall, in my opinion. That did not happen. Hendon Hooker has been getting a lot of press. I don't think he goes this early. I think they go line to just kind of build from within. This guy was the number 1 player in the country a couple of years ago. Didn't really live up to that in Clemson because of some injuries. But I think Brian Breesy is their pick, and he is a defensive tackle. Ryan, 20th pick. The Seattle Seahawks are back on the clock. Seattle already picked tackle Peter Skoronski.
All right, they souped up the offensive line. Now let's go defensive line, and let's go Kalijah Cansey, the undersized guy that keeps getting compared to Aaron Donald, which everyone knows he's not going to be Aaron Donald.
I forgot about this until right now, that Miami doesn't have their pick. And that
Sorry, Miami.
threw off my preparation because I did not realize that was the case. That being said,
So-
we'll skip that.
So are we just skipping you? Because I didn't factor that into my picks here either.
We can skip. That's fine.
Oh,
Wait,
Answer's
that's
got-
Skip's answer, right?
Yeah, Answer's got a pick.
Oh,
We just it's live
am I picking
TV.
for?
You gotta
What
adapt.
team am I picking
Yeah, that's
for?
fine. Yep.
all right, so answer gets the Chargers, right?
You get 21st pick. The Chargers are on the clock.
The Chargers. Well, Rob took Bijan, so there goes that. I guess
Could be a
they
spot for him.
would. I don't think they go receiver. I think they're going to get a defensive player. Let's say they go with Ojulari. Get a linebacker.
Ojulari. BJ. You just draft because he's from LSU.
Oh, that's right. Trying to
22nd.
get those LSU boys off first round.
22nd pick, Baltimore Ravens. Who knows what happens with Lamar at this point, but Rob gets the fun task of making their draft pick.
I did say that I'm predicting. I mean, not that it matters. You don't have to go off of my prediction, but I did say that I think that Lamar would be traded to the Colts in this situation. Which is why I didn't take him a quarterback to the Colts at 4.
Well, I think everyone's going to want him to take wide receiver, but they just don't seem to ever invest in the wide receiver position. So they're going to go back to defense. They just lost Calais Campbell to the Falcons, so they will take Lucas Van Ness out of Iowa, the edge rusher. Young, 6'5", 272. Big boy.
That's a big boy.
Minnesota Vikings, it's weird seeing that they are in need, according to the website I'm looking at, of a wide receiver, seeing how they have the best one in the game. But really the only other one that they have is, why is his name? He went to the University of Buffalo.
Osborne.
Yes, I want to say he even went to the University of Buffalo. So I think they do take a receiver here just to get some depth, whether that's...
Well, you just lost Thielen.
Yeah, whether they get Zay Flowers or Jordan Addison, I'm not sure. I'll say Zay Flowers because it's just a guess. So
say it with
Zay
your
Flowers.
chest.
He's the hot name right now, wide receiver.
Zay Flowers. That means, Ryan, you get your favorite team in the world, the Jacksonville Jaguars, at pick number
Who's
24.
the worst player I can take? Let's see. All the way at the bottom, we have a guy named... No, I'm just kidding. For the Jaguars... I don't think he's going to fall this far. I think it's crazy that he's fallen this far. Wow, I don't... Who's their left tackle? I can't.
The Jaguars?
I don't know. I feel like it was Robinson.
Yeah, I'll look it up. Hold on.
They've had like 9 Robinsons on their offensive line.
That's all right. We'll let's just go.
Didn't they just lose a guy to the Chiefs?
Yeah, they did to the Chiefs.
But they just drafted a guy in the second round last year. I can't think of his name.
Let's go instead. We'll switch to defense.
Walker Little.
Let's go with the absolute freak who I would hate to have to see on the other side if I was the Titans twice a year. We'll go Nolan Smith.
Yeah, speed.
That gets you back.
And then Trayvon Walker. Jesus.
Yeah, he was like, what, 4'3" or something? 40?
Yeah.
6'2", 238.
The New York Giants are on the clock. Travis, at pick number 25. What do you got?
The New York Giants, they are definitely going offense. So that's all they care about. They're going to take whoever Tony didn't take. I don't know if you said Addison or whoever.
I said Flowers.
Okay, I'm taking Addison.
Makes
I agree,
sense.
though. They're pretty much, you could flip-flop those guys.
Yeah, whoever you like more, whatever. Pick it and go. Dallas Cowboys are now up at 26. Rob, who do you have the Cowboys taking?
I think they're definitely going tight end here. I just don't know if they want the pass catcher or the pass catcher / basically third offensive tackle. I think they love to run the ball, so I think I'm going to give him Darnell Washington here, 6'7", 264. Around like a 4'6", 40 at that size, which is crazy. So go Darnell Washington out of Georgia.
Did they move up for Bijan?
It would be probably too costly to get up to where they need to get him. I still think he's probably going to go top 15, but maybe if he starts falling past that.
The Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are on the clock. And again, I get to make the first pick. and the only one that matters. But obviously, we'll see what you guys have to think.
Quarterback.
Honestly, I don't know where they're going to go. I feel like they're going to go defensive line or offensive line at this point. I would like for them to go receiver, but if it falls this way, I don't think there's a receiver that they would take.
Josh Downs could fit at receiver. Feels like a little bit of a reach, but
to me that'd be a little high, and that's coming from a UNC fan. So
What?
he's a separator. He'd fit well with Allen.
What about a guy to fill? What's his name? The guy that just left. That got traded, or not traded, but signed by the Bears.
Edmonds at linebacker.
Yeah, what about like a Jack Campbell or a Drew Sanders?
Done a lot of talk of that. I still would hate it, but it would fill a hole, assuming they don't like their third round pick from last year. But I don't know why they wouldn't. So,
yeah, I agree. I think Bean and McDermott are going to take the best person available that is on the line. I just feel like that's just how they're thinking at this moment. So, again, this is kind of similar at this point in the draft where you're probably going to have guys that are similar. I'm going to say Broderick Jones, but if you wanted to take Anton Harrison or something like that, to me it's kind of a guess. I'll leave that to them to decide, but I'm going to go with Broderick Jones for the pick.
I think you could see D-line even too.
Yeah, I mean, Miles Murphy's still up there.
That's
he's
the one I was
solid.
looking at. If he falls that far, another pass rusher, Miles Murphy.
My pick for the Bengals is pretty easy. If you compare Higgins, Chase with Dalton Kincaid, I think that would be fun. We're going to go Dalton Kincaid to the Bengals at 28.
And now back to Travis with the New Orleans Saints at 29.
The Saints.
I was a little worried that Broderick Jones was going to make it out of the first round.
And so we saw Brian Brandt. We got some
I
Miles
haven't seen him
Murphy.
mocked too high in mock drafts recently, though. So
Really?
it could be possible.
Yeah, I'm going to take one of the DBs. We'll say Deontay Banks for the Saints.
They
Saints
do
get
tend to
Banks.
get some DBs in the draft. So that makes sense.
They live a life of sin, for sure.
Rob, at number 30, you have the Eagles. Who do you have them taking?
Yeah, they went with the cornerback at 10, so they are going to go with the edge rusher at 30 and take Miles Murphy out of Clemson.
Boom.
Ryan and I, we can share this pick since it's the last one of the first round pick. I don't know what the Chiefs need. I feel like
Well, they need help at wide receiver. I mean, they don't have much there. But you're looking at a Josh Downs. Oh, man.
D-line, I think, is kind of a need for them, too.
they do like their speedsters, so Downs or Hyatt.
Yeah. Hyatt would be interesting. But he kind of
We didn't have any
is the
safeties
same
going
as
in the first
Valdez
round.
Scantling, right?
Yeah.
A little repetitive there.
They signed a tackle, right? So Harrison doesn't make sense.
Wide
Right.
receiver, they'll just pick up another broomstick and throw it out there.
Right. They don't even really need one. They could go
Do they-
Brian Branch.
So do they get Brian Branch or do they draft
was-
the Travis Kelce replacement?
Damn.
Go double tight end.
Musgraves, dude. Could you imagine him learning behind? Yeah, I just blanked.
Travis Kelce.
Kelsey.
Travis Kelce.
We're gonna do it. I've clicked it. That's the official. We're doing Luke Musgraves to the
Oh my
Chiefs
God.
at 31.
That's horrifying.
My big board has him at 72 here, so that was by far the biggest reach.
Hey, it's late, but that's our first. That's our first draft. So we're now 22 days away from the draft. can't get here fast enough, not only for draft purposes, but for fantasy purposes. After the draft, then we can start talking more about that and what our rankings could possibly look like going forward. We have one segment left for this episode, and that is the Wonderlic Prep.
All right, so we got the last 5 questions of this grouping, whatever we want to call it, with the scoreboard update. Ryan has 4 correct, Anthony has 1, and Travis has a half. So unless one of you two steps it up, Ryan looks like he's going to take this first block of the Wonderlic Prep before we start over next week. So,
Yes.
question 1. Which U.S. state is nicknamed the Last Frontier?
Utah.
Oklahoma.
Nebraska.
No. Alaska.
Oh.
That makes sense.
All right. I don't necessarily expect you guys to get this one, but I thought it was interesting. Dermatophobia is the fear of what? Domatophobia.
Being bald?
That's a good guess, but no.
Sleeping.
Nope.
Going to school in your underwear.
Very specific. No, it's actually the fear of houses or being in a house.
That's
Which would
close.
be a really crappy fear to have.
Yeah.
Usually, you think of your house as like your home. It's where you feel safe. But if you had a fear of that, it'd be terrible.
You should. There's much more scary things in the world to think about than being afraid of it being in a house. I think you could probably.
I would think so, but if that was your fear, I mean, it sounds irrational, right?
I was
But
going to say, if that's your fear, then you're an irrational person and you should grow up. That's ridiculous.
I'm surprised there are people who actually have that fear, but
Someone
the
would say
internet
that.
says so.
Someone would say that to you about being afraid of spiders.
Oh, I absolutely agree. But that's the thing. Like, I know I should grow up and not be afraid of spiders. So I have that, like, self-awareness. Like, oh, I should not be afraid of that. But I
Now,
am.
snakes are a different story.
Snakes ain't even scary, man. They're big
Question
worms.
3, we're moving on here, gentlemen. Who is the famous actor that voices Woody in the Toy Story movies?
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
There we go.
I had no
3
idea.
points.
Travis gets a point.
Whoa.
That was question 3, right? 3 point. 3 pointer.
Yeah, it's not-
They
it's not how it
increase in
works.
points.
That's an interesting idea. Harder question. Make more points. Maybe in the future. All right, question 4. Woodchuck is another name for what animal?
Beaver.
Gopher.
Oh,
How much would...
Groundhog.
that's it. Yep.
That is
Yep.
it.
That is it.
Yeah. As soon as I said gopher,
So it's funny you said that because that's also what Sam said when I read these to her because I always read them beforehand.
yeah, as soon as I said it,
You
I was like,
gopher.
"No, it's not."
And I was like,
Gophers
no.
are smaller.
But actually, I'm not even sure like what the difference between a gopher and a groundhog is. So I had to look it up just to make sure they weren't actually the same thing. Yeah, they're real small. They're only like
Gophers
6
are
to 8
smaller
inches
and they live
long.
on golf courses.
Aren't beavers the ones that chuck wood?
No, beavers would could a woodchuck chuck.
Yeah, but aren't beavers the one that chuck, like, aren't they the ones that
Build
that eat
dams?
wood?
They build dams. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
it's,
Makes
I feel
sense
like
to me.
all rodents.
Yeah, but they're not
chuck
woodchuck.
wood, right? I don't
How
know.
much wood
They all chew
would a
wood.
beaver chuck if a beaver could chuck wood?
Woodchucks, I've got probably 6 woodchucks that live around my property.
And they're bigger. They're like,
Oh,
I
really?
think it was like 16 to 20 inches long. So quite a bit larger than gophers.
Wow.
Final question. Which state produces the most NFL players with approximately 1 in 12 players being from this state?
Texas.
California.
Yep.
That's
Texas.
Texas.
Nailed it.
Texas or Louisiana.
Yo, so
It was
my,
it was Texas, Florida, California. I think were the top 3.
let me tell you guys why we suck at sports up here. Because I have a stepbrother that goes to school in Texas right now. And he's on the football team, okay, varsity football. Well, in Texas, if you're on the varsity football team,
Hold on.
they give you
He's varsity age already?
yeah.
Wow. Wow.
I hope the guy doesn't play because he's tiny, but he'll get broken in half. But this is crazy though. They get their first block is called football. They get to go into school. They have to go into school, and for like 2.5, 3 hours, they work out and like do football stuff.
Yeah. Does it replace PE?
I don't know.
No, then they go to PE.
Probably.
Yeah, then they go to then they go to PE.
That's the next class, yeah.
And then they go to lunch.
Yeah, then they go to lunch. Then they go to like
Practice.
sex ed.
Then they go to practice.
Then they go to It's just crazy how different it is down there compared to up here. Because
Different world for sports down there.
Yeah, we couldn't even get into our gym to work out like when we wanted.
Is there another question?
That was it. That was
Do you know
5.
how many
Ryan
parents
wins.
would have a fit up here? Like if in New York schools started doing that?
What about your regents?
Dude, yeah, that would. Yeah,
You're not educating our children.
no.
So
Just
Ryan
football's more
wins.
Ryan wins the first block. That was I believe 4 episode block. Might be 3. I can go double check, but either way, only 5 questions correct out of either 15 or 20. It's not the greatest, so
We
might
gotta
have to
get
make these a
smarter.
little easier for you.
Nah, man, we're good. Keep it up.
That's it for this week's episode. I feel like this week was very football.
It was.
It was a lot of football talk, which
I didn't like it.
We'll look at that going forward. But thanks again for listening. Getting close to the draft, as I said before. Follow us at Ultraflex Rob, Ultraflex Enser, Ultraflex Ryan, Ultraflex Sutton. And we appreciate you listening. If you have any topics that you want us to cover, shoot them our way on Twitter. And we will talk to you in 2 weeks.
Go Titans.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Lakers.
What's up, Ultraflexers? Thank you for listening to our show. We appreciate all of you for your support. If you would like to support us even more, we have a website, ultraflexfootball.com. Or if you could like or subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts or on YouTube, that would be awesome. We would also really appreciate it if you would rate our show. Plus, of course, if you didn't like it, then maybe make a donation on our website so that we can make the show better, just for you. You can also leave us a voicemail on our website if there's something you'd like us to share or talk about, and then maybe we'll play it on the podcast. Once again, we appreciate all of you, and we look forward to talking random stuff again next week. Oh yeah, and some football.